Hello and welcome back to another episode of Attack of the B Team. My name is Classic Tim, and this episode we're going to be sealing up the space station just a little bit better. Last episode we got it sealed up a little bit. We were able to test to make sure these factory blocks works, and to make sure that most of the space station was able to be sealed. We just need to get a lot more of these sealers, which we can do around these rings. And also we have an issue with these pipes, because this pipe has to be right here so I can access it. But in order to do that, there's no way to seal these pipes, which means we have to put the whole system inside the seal, which we couldn't do at the moment because this is here, and this is going on the outside. This needs to be reaching the outside, the laser here. So we're going to have to close this off away from this, and I want to use clear glass to do that, because then we can still see in, and the clear glass, it actually looks really nice because it's almost invisible. Speaking of this laser, let's see how much we've got from last episode. So again, a little bit more. I haven't really played much since last episode. So again, this is really slow with these dynamos, but we're getting there. With a few more dynamos, we should start really getting some good yield off of this thing. I'll be adding more dynamos later. So before we go do that, also I added these elevators. These elevators are really easy to make. Let me just look one up here. All they take is some wool and an ender pearl, and that makes one of them. And all you need is a couple. So imagine we had this place sealed off. Right now we don't, because this pipe is here. But if we did, we would have no way of getting out, because usually I use this hole here. But with this, I can hit spacebar to go up to that elevator block just above me. And if I hit space, I can go up, and then I'm outside the airlock. And this would obviously be in space, and this can be sealed, so I can hop back and forth in and out of the airlock without having to break any blocks and breaking the seal. This works actually a lot better than the airlocks, in my opinion, because none of the blocks have to open up or move. With the airlocks, they do. So this is also super easy to make. So now, if you know anything about clear glass, which is what I wanted to use to cover this, it's kind of annoying to make. Let's go back to the overworld here, because that's where my smeltery is set up. Okay, I've actually already started emptying this of all the other ores, so let's put those there. And I already have some glass in here. Now, for ores, 9 ingots make a block, obviously, so getting all the ingots out with these blocks is not bad, because it takes out 9 ingots every time you do it. However, with glass, 1 block is 1 block of glass. So to make a single block of glass, you have to sit here and wait for this to all the way fill up, and then freeze, I guess would be what you would say, or solidify, until you get these clear glass blocks. And now you can see they look a lot nicer than normal glass. They're smoother around the edges, and there's nothing in the middle. So I really like them, but they're such a pain to make, especially because you have to wait for the glass to smelt, or you could put sand in there. So we're actually going to be automating this. Let's just get this last bit of glass and tin out. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Now we're going to get half glass in this one, half glass in this one. So I'll just break those and waste that glass. That's fine. I'll waste the rest of this tin too, because I don't really care about a couple ingots of tin. And that should make this thing empty, which we want it to be empty. There we go. And now I've got a pulverizer, a couple pulverizers actually, and an igneous extruder. I've already showed the igneous extruder to make cobblestone before. But when you pulverize cobblestone, it gives you sand. And then you can pump the sand into this and have that smelt down. And then you can actually automate this so it comes out. So let's figure out how we're going to do this here. I'm going to want to move this, because right now it's right next to the portal, and I don't like that. So I'm going to move it over on this side. This is why I wanted to empty that thing first, because I'm going to be moving it around. So we'll put that there and this here. And then also to make this easier, we'll take these smeltery drains here and move them from over here to, let's say, here and here. Just so that we got 2 spots for them to come out. And we actually don't even need these faucets anymore. Where did the other 2 bricks go that I just broke? You know what? I bet they fell in here. Yeah, they did. Okay. So let's close this back off. And we're going to need to put some more lava in here later. This isn't going to be permanent, so we don't need a permanent source of lava, but eventually I'm going to want to make this a little bit more permanent so that way we can have it in our base. But I'm just going to have to AFK here while this happens because I don't want to sit up in the space station just yet. Okay, so let's put some item ducts. No, not item ducts. We actually need some fluid ducts. I only brought item ducts. Let's head back to the space station here and grab some. There we go. Fluid ducts. There we go. We got plenty. You only need a few. So I'm still having problems with this thing. This item system. I moved this back a little bit. Before, this intersection pipe was right here, so it was connecting to both of these, and it was having trouble, so I moved it back. I don't know if that's going to fix it. I still think it could be a problem with the sinking. Let's see if I actually get these fluid ducts. See, look, I'm not getting them now. It's got some, I don't know. When I don't go through the portal, now they're just completely gone, and they're not down here. They're not floating around in any of the pipes, so I really cannot explain what's happening, and it's really annoying. I think it only happens when I go through the portal and then come back. So let me just relog and hopefully it'll be a little nicer to us. Okay. So they're still not there, but are they in here still? See, now they're back in here. So let's request them. Are they getting sucked out? See, now they're in there. I don't know. Hopefully that stops once we start spending more time here, but that's kind of a pain if I'm going to have to relog every time I want to use this thing. And the weird thing is it doesn't happen to every item. If I was to request something else, it would work fine. Okay, so this is full of junk. Let's just break it. And do I have more chests here? No, I don't. Junk, junk, junk. Where's the chest? Did I pick up the chest already? Nope, of course it's going to be the last thing I pick up. There it is. Put that there and just fill up all this just to get it out of the way. Okay. We're going to need another chest to actually hold the glass, but that's not important right now. Okay, so 2 pulverizers, 1 igneous extruder should be enough to fill up both pulverizers with cobblestone, so that's why I made 2. So let's just put them right... There's no nice way of doing this, is there? Let's put them right here. Okay, and then we can put the item ducts right like that. And then the item ducts connect to that, so this will fill up with sand. So let's just get this crescent hammer and we'll switch these to output. And we got some zombies coming. And we'll make sure that these have output on the bottom. Just like that. No, I want both of them. Like that. Okay. And then input on the top. I'm going to be fighting off a bunch of zombies here, aren't I? Okay, and then up here, we'll just put the igneous extruder. Not there. Block up. Man, where do all these zombies come from? Like, if I stand here, I didn't think that any zombies would spawn, unless they spawn really far away and then walk up already. Okay, and then we'll just put the output of this one on the bottom, that's fine. And then we'll put some more item ducts just like that. So again, this 1 igneous extruder should make enough cobblestone to fill both of these up, so that way they can go in there. And I kind of forgot to put power. I'm going to have to bring power to these guys. I guess I can just do it up front here. It's going to be kind of messy. But again, this is just temporary. So I'm not going to worry about it. And then here, this is where the liquid glass is going to come out, which is why we need the fluid ducts. And then they can be pumped into these like this. And then an item duct right down the middle into a chest, which I don't actually have a chest right now. Let's just snag. I don't want to take one of those. Keep that house going. So I'm just going to grab one of these wood over here. There we go. And of course I'm getting shot by a skeleton. I really should have slept. Now the mobs are going to be chasing after me. That's okay. Okay. So I'll make a chest here. and put that there. And we can switch these to output, and this to output too. I'm pretty sure that we're going to need servos here and servos on this one, because this has to be set to low so that it actually gets sucked out. They don't have to on this one because the thermal expansion machines and the thermal expansion pipes, they work together. So they don't actually have to be sucked out. This doesn't have to be powered on. But with these, it's not the same mod, so I'm pretty sure they need to be powered, which is not a big deal. Just takes a couple servos. Okay, so now this should pump out the liquids glass and then fill these up, and then they could get sucked out through here and put into this chest. And that's all automatic, so I don't even have to touch it. So we just have to fill this up with some lava, and I'm going to need a bucket of water too. There we go. So this should start production of the cobblestone, because we don't need power to make a cobblestone. Alright, so that's going in, and since this is just going to try and fill up before they start going to this one, because it's always going to choose the shorter path, we're going to right click on this and switch it to round robin. What that does is it should make it so that way they go to both options here. So it'll put one in here, then it'll put one in here. It'll put one in here, then it'll put one in here. So just, it goes around the different options that it has. And since it's only got two, it's just going to go back and forth. So both of them are going to have cobblestone at all times. And these will fill up while I'm getting power here. At the moment, I could probably just snag this little setup right here, but this won't last too long, because these things do take quite a bit of power. I don't think Tesseracts will work, because my main power system is on a space station, so if I try and put a Tesseract here, it's not going to be able to connect to the space station. And if we put that to output, that's output, right? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're starting to pulverize here. And in just a couple seconds, that should switch to start putting out sand. And we do have enough power here, but it's going down fast, so I'm not sure if I should make another power cell and just come back and forth here. Or I'll figure something out. Eventually this will be on the space station, like I said before, but for now, just to get enough of this clear glass stuff to seal up the space station. Because I want windows in a lot of places in the space station. Right now it's really, really like dark and concealed inside. We really can't even tell that it's in space because there's no windows. So I'm pretty sure that this clear glass seals. So putting lots of windows around the space station is going to make it look a lot cooler that we're in space. So we got sand going in, and ooh, this is a problem. We actually have gravel going in there too. That's because gravel is a byproduct of this. So let's switch this so it's just this going out. So where the gravel doesn't get sucked out too. And we'll keep this out here. Does this thing have lava? No, it's empty. I don't know actually why this is smelting already. I think it's out now. I think it used the last little bit there. So let's just go ahead and run to the nether and get a couple of buckets of lava here, just because I've got buckets on me already. Come on, quick, quick, quick! Oh, that was just in time. The spider's probably gonna jump through. Okay, no, it didn't. Okay. So this should keep it going for a while. The lava does a lot of sand, so with just these 2 buckets, I should get quite a few stacks, which is more than enough to start. Oh, there's the spider. To start up sealing those pipes up. There's 1 and 2. Okay, so now they should finish smelting up here. Yeah, this one's almost done, and then this will start filling up, and it will immediately start sucking out the glass here and filling up these. So 1 sand equals 1 glass, so we'll see it right away here. And it looks like these are just barely keeping up. It looks like this one's still getting more than this one. So I'm guessing what's happening is it's doing this one, then doing this one, then doing this one, then doing this one again, then doing this one, then this one, and then doing this one, then this one. So it's like it's giving this one twice as much as this one. So let's just take those out and put them in there just to give this one kind of a head start. But as you can see, actually it's making more sand than this thing can take at the moment. But yeah, it's already moving. They are filling up. I put 2 in here just so I make sure it can keep up. Oh wow, all that sand just did it. So yeah, we already got 25 blocks of glass in there, so that's why I need 2 of these, just so they can keep up. But as you can see, these things are pumping them out really fast. And it's all going in this chest. We already got 10 stacked up, and that is a lot easier than having to right-click on each one yourself, and then having to come over here and fill this thing up with more sand, and then right-click on them. And it's really easy to set up too. Like I just did it all on camera. So I'm going to let this smelt a little bit more, probably go AFK up here so I don't die, and get a bunch of this glass. We're already up to 17, not bad, 18. And how much power do we have left? We're actually out of power, so I'm actually going to go get more power, and then I'll be back in just a little bit with hopefully a better sealed space station. I love the sound of burning zombies in the morning. So I have been sitting here for quite a little bit, as you can see by all the zombies who have cluttered up the area. It turns out that the Tesseract does give power through the space station. That's odd. They were getting power. Are they out of power now? I'll probably have to go check. Because, it was getting power this entire time. I've got tons of glass here, and I've already worked on it a bunch, so I'm going to have to check why it stopped giving power. Because I swear it was. This is what I've been using to get all this this glass here. Maybe it unloads after a while. What if I, activate the portal again? Because that should load the area. Then will it work? No. What if I hop in and hop back out? Because I thought the Tesseracts only work if the area is loaded. And I don't think that the space station gets loaded when I'm not on it. So let's hop out and hop back in, see if it picks up the power again. Yeah, they're getting power now. So I guess there's kind of like a time limit to where you leave or enter the space station that it stays loaded. So it's been loaded this whole time though, and we've got tons of sand in there. Still got some glass pumping through, and as you can see, we have a bunch of glass, and that is with minimal effort from me, which is the important part. That's the wrong one. Alright, so let's just hop back in there. And this was from the first round of glass here. It's really hard to see. You can't really tell where the glass is and where it isn't, which is kind of what I wanted. I wanted it to be sealed, but I still want to be able to see in really easily. This amount of glass was just from the 2 buckets of lava that I put in. After those ran out, I wanted to see if it was enough, and it wasn't. So I just put a bunch more buckets in there. So we got a bunch more sand and a bunch more glass. So let's just go ahead and finish this up here. I really hope this seals. Once we seal this part off, then all we have is this ring, this outside ring here, that has to be oxygenated from the oxygen sealers. So we'll have to see if those 4 sealers are still enough to cover the whole area. If it's not, then we're going to have to make another one, at least. But I am going to be spreading that out a bunch more anyway, so it's not going to be that big of a deal, because we're going to need to make a lot of them. I really expected them to actually seal more. I didn't expect needing 4 just to do this center area and that pipe over there, so we're going to need a lot of them. But like I said last episode, once we get the infrastructure down to make them really easily, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so that should completely seal off this area here. And now this should be sealed off all up here. That should be sealed up out there. We don't need to actually cover this up because this will actually be part of the oxygen too. So let's run over here. I think that's everything sealed up. So let's, I think we even have this sealed up back here. Yes, we do. So all this is sealed. Because, oxygen will seep through this chest and this pipe and these micro blocks down here. So this doesn't count as a wall right here. So let's just go ahead and see. I think that they were already enabled. Let's see if they're sealed. Checking. Check starting. Still too big. That could just be because this area is too big to do all of this plus all that down there. So I guess I can make maybe another sealer and see if we can get this working to where it also does down there. And I probably want to do another check of everything, make sure it's all sealed. I'm just going to actually just double check this and make sure that these elevators actually seal, because I didn't actually check that before. So let's go ahead and replace these elevators with factory blocks again. Because this elevator, it's inside here. So this would be to the outside. And also this one is outside. So let's grab these. I'm running out of oxygen here. I'm going to have to get a new tank. Come on, let me fit through this hole. There we go. Okay, so now we should be sealed. I'm just going to cover this up just for safekeeping. Just in case there's a leak somewhere. This is so annoying. I walk into it every time. Okay, let's get back here. Check pending. Check starting. Still too big. So yeah, I'm guessing with that down there, it's too big. So we're gonna need another one of these oxygen sealers, and we can start spreading them out around this ring here. So I'll expand this probably a little bit that way and this a little bit that way, and then we'll start lining them up here, and I'll show you the pattern I've come up with to make it really easy to put a bunch of them in a small amount of area. And of course we're going to need a lot more leaves. So before I do that, let me just make sure that these elevators do work. Let me just test them. And to do that, I'm going to put this elevator where it was. Actually, it should belong here. Like that. Okay, and then we'll put the other one just above it here. Actually, which block was it? Yeah, it was this one. So we'll put this back, and then what we're going to do is we're going to seal off this pipe again. And we'll do that by... Oh, I'm out of oxygen. And I still have this thing here with the tank, thankfully, so we don't have to worry about that. There we go. By the way, if you have the lava gene, the protection from lava from zombie pigmen, you can actually use this to heal you. All you have to do is put it on you, and it'll actually heal you back to full health. So you can just kind of tap it, and it's kind of like a quick way of healing. Because for some reason it regenerates you, and it heals you really, really quickly. So, anyway, let's seal this thing up. How should I do that? How did I do it before? Did I just put like a block right here? Yeah. So put a block right there, and that should seal it up once we do this and that. So this should be solid now, and this won't give us anything because we cut that line. So we'll just do that, and now we should be solid. We should be able to seal this. Sealed, okay. So that means that these elevators can be sealed, which means that we can easily hop back and forth between a no oxygen area and an oxygen area without having to worry about an airlock or anything like that. Not bad. Alright, so we can put that there, and these are so much easier to make than the airlocks. And we'll have these all around the base so we can get in and out of the space station really easily. And one more test. Let's make sure that these clear glass can be sealed. I'm pretty sure they can. I remember seeing a Generic Bees video, and he had them in there. So let me just break this, and we should break the seal now. So if I take that off, we're losing oxygen. So we'll put those there, and in just a second, that should go away, as it should seal again. Sealed, okay. So these work, and the elevators work, which is awesome. And of course, we're going to die now. Where'd those go? Okay. And let's give us a little heal. There we go. Oh, don't leave it on the floor too long. That would suck if it spread everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make one more of these. Hopefully one more will do it. So that way we can at least test to make sure that down here is, I should put another elevator. Whoops, am I not wearing a tank? I thought I was. There we go. Another elevator down here so I can hop back and forth between down here without having to have a hole here. I'm pretty sure that I got every block here. So I don't think I've got any holes, so I think that the only thing is it's just too big. This is a lot of area here, even though it's thin. But yeah, these sealers don't actually cover that much space. So let me just double check one more time. Yeah, we look good. So I'm going to go make one more of those, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just figured I'd bring you on right now. I'm just finishing up building this here. We just need some redstone. I think we only need one. And then we need this wafer, and there we go. And that should be enough to build this. Yep. And there we go. Okay, so now we have one more oxygen sealer. Now I'm just going to go ahead and connect this in the same way. Yeah, we can put it right here, by the looks of it. Except I need one more of these oxygen pipes. So let's grab one of those. Yeah, we just need one, maybe two. I'll grab a couple just to be sure. There we go. I totally forgot how many I actually needed. I think it was just the one. Yeah, we just connected right there. Okay. So now it's disabled. These still say too big because I connected that again. So let's enable it. And hopefully... it still says too big, but it didn't check. Ah, it's still too big. No way. They're all getting enough oxygen. Let's disable it and enable it again. It still says too big. There's no way it's too big with another one. I'm going to have to check around, see if there's any holes. This should be good. This is where the pipe comes down. That looks fine. So obviously there's a hole down here. Oh, dang it. I hate it when I do that. So obviously there's that hole down there that the laser comes out of, but that's what we were just cutting off. So maybe we did miss a spot, because I'm really thinking that if we added another sealer there, then we should have not had a problem. These spiders are going to give me trouble. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Lost like half my health there. And where am I? Oops. Yeah, that's the problem with this enhanced portal being instant. You kind of jump around quite a bit. Man, now I'm really low on health. Let's heal up a little bit more. Oops. Okay. Alright, so let's come down here and see if we can just find anything else. Oh man, there's glass there. I'm assuming this is sealable, this block here. Well, yeah, it has to be, because when we cut off that, it was fine. So it's something in here. Let's double check all the little nooks and crannies here. Is it just too big? Like, is that it? I mean, it'd be kind of annoying if you needed more just to cover this. I mean, this isn't that big of a space here. This is all cut off. This is all cut off. I guess, I mean, the only thing I can think of is still not big enough. I mean, I'm just going to walk along here and make sure it's all actually glass. Should be. I mean, I just walked around. Yeah. So I guess we're not going to be able to seal this episode because we're running low on time here. So by next episode, though, I'm going to add a bunch more of these oxygen sealers. I'm going to make a bunch of them, make a few more of these oxygen collectors, expand this both ways, and hopefully at least get it to where we can have the space station, the entire space station right here, completely sealed. That means these hallways, this whole entire ring around. Let's jump out so we can get a good look here. These hallways, this whole ring around here, and then the chest area down there. So obviously this isn't going to be sealed yet. This is going to take a lot of space. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do in here because this is a lot of space and it's really tall. So I kind of just built this just for the looks, but I don't know what I'm going to put in here. I suppose I can put a room, just a small one right here, and this can hold some of my machines, like my induction smelter and the redstone furnace and stuff like that. Just the machines that I use all the time, just so I can have a nice organized room for it. And then again, we can just add this to the seal, and then we can add the next one to the seal, and the next one, and the next one. I suppose we can kind of pop a hole somewhere along the sides here. I bet even we can put a ghost block so it doesn't even look any different. And so that way the oxygen can flow from down there into up here. And then we can just add more and more oxygen sealers as we go. And hopefully we don't have too many problems. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I will see you guys next time.